Chris Bedard, if I pronounced your name correctly, Knoxville, Tennessee. My question is, did you ever think that you knew Smoky Mountain Wrestling was a doomed project from the start? And if so, did you try and warn Jim Cornette?
No, I didn't. I didn't think it was a doomed project from the start. I thought it was odd that they picked Knoxville as their big town. I mean, Knoxville wouldn't. It's not most of the companies that were like offices back in the day, they were in a big town, a big metropolitan town, like Dallas, like Atlanta, like Tampa, or like Nashville or Memphis, Charlotte, big town. But Knoxville was like, he only had like 160,000 population. And that's just not, I mean, that's just in the town. It was probably had close to 500,000 in the metro area, but still, I thought that their main TV was in a town the size of Knoxville, which was for other territories, it would be just like a satellite house show or satellite TV. I mean, it would be stuck out there in the woods somewhere. And they drew pretty well in Knoxville, but not to the point that it could support the whole territory. It's like, say, Atlanta back in the day. They could run Atlanta and probably make enough on Atlanta to pay their bills for the week and to pay their talent. Or like Florida could run Tampa or Miami and have enough and draw enough there to pay their whole week for all over the state. But Knoxville, it couldn't do it. And they ran towns that were, I don't know, they'd run towns you never heard of. Now, sometimes they do very well, but the ticket prices were cheap, had to be. But, and I didn't see that it was doomed until Cornette, and I don't know if he ever stopped going up to WWF, but I think he started working back with them while Smoky Mountain was going on.
Yeah, 93 he started going up, so about like the middle of 93, maybe August, September. So halfway in Smoky Mountain's life cycle is when Cornette started doing WWF stuff at the same time.
Because I was in Smoky Mountain in 93, but I was only doing the announcing. But I couldn't make enough just on one announcing gig or two. He paid me for two. I'd do two shows. But I wasn't making enough money for me to hold those dates, because it was on a Monday, usually. That's when he would do I think. Sometimes he'd do a Saturday night. I don't know. I don't remember. But anyway, I went to Puerto Rico, and I heard right from then that Cornette started going back into then I went to WWF after 93. I went to 94.
95.
I'm sorry, I was in Puerto Rico in 94. I went to 95, 96, and Cornette was there. Mm-hmm. So it didn't surprise me.
Where would you have headquartered it then? So not Knoxville, because didn't USWA run Knoxville at this time as well?
No.
They didn't run Knoxville this time?
No. That was a Memphis town. Okay. And I hated that name anyway, USWA. What the hell?
It was a mouthful.
It sounded like some kind of damn dragster strip. USWA drag. I don't know. I didn't quite get it. Memphis was based, USWA was based in Memphis. I never got why they changed it from the CWA.
If you weren't going to headquarter it in Knoxville, where would you have headquartered it at that time that would have made sense?
That was the biggest town. You got it. And he wasn't really headquartered in Knoxville. It was like 30 miles outside of Knoxville. He was like in a suburb. Well, it's not even a suburb of Knoxville. It's Morristown.
Yeah, Morristown, yeah.
Yeah, a small town. And Jimmy had a lot to worry about in those days. Who was the owner of that? Who was the guy?
Rick Rubin. Yeah, he was the money man, at least.
Rick Rubin. I didn't know that he even had anything to do with it after it was over, because they kept it quiet and they didn't tell me nothing. I didn't even know who Rick Rubin was.
Not a big Beastie Boys fan then.
No, I'm not.
No, fair enough.